Okay, so I had to do another stream about GT7 weekly challenges because we have to discuss some things regarding next week in the gaming industry. It's supposed to be a really big day in the gaming industry as a result, so we have 6 stars for 5, and so we're gonna start with the Jimny Cup. Now, there are 3 big announcements for oh, it's a rally course. I hate these rally courses. And we check the oh yeah, we're fully charged, so you know, my game's very loud. Let me just turn it down for a little bit. I think it's going to be a little bit more now. Yeah. Not sure why I decided to stream in surround sound today because, I want to showcase my technology, but there's just too many. But I heard with dirt ones, you have to, with dirt, like, roads, you have to, like, navigate it, like, you have to steer earlier or something. Oh, yeah, it's pretty catastrophic, honestly. Now, Switch 2 Direct is going to be next week, and honestly, I'll tell you my opinions on it. The first thing I'm really unsure about is that in last week's Direct, we got a lot of software announcements, both in the United States and in Japan. Like, Japan's getting the 30th anniversary remake of the hit game Tokimeki Memorial Forever With You. It's a dating sim game that I probably won't cover on stream ever again. I don't know why I decided not to do it. But then there's also another game called High on Life, which was initially released on Windows, Xbox, and PlayStation, but got ported to the Switch. And and because of that, you can now play that game on the go without worrying about your Steam Deck battery life or something. At the cost of lower graphics, honestly. So, yeah. Then there were 2 games I was really looking forward to. They're both slated for release next year. The new Rhythm Heaven game, which is also known as Rhythm Fever. I don't know. I'm not sure what it's called in Europe though, but it definitely has a different name in Europe than it does in the US and Japan, I should say, because and additionally, there's also the new Tomodachi Life game. I was waiting for this game for like over 10 years or something. Even though I got my times at worth with the second or first game, depending on where you live. If you lived in Japan, then it would have been the second game. But if you live in the US, it's the first game. Including Europe, too, I should add. And yes, Metroid Prime 4, which has been, finally announced to be in a ready state, because unlike AAA developers, which make, like, 2-hour make like cinematic games with very little value, replay value, and and like 2-hour credit scenes. Nintendo actually does delay games whenever they feel like it's not good enough, which, oh wow, we got a new trophy. And we got a clean race bonus for some reason. We got a 6-star roulette ticket. Now, there isn't really much stuff I should show you today because, there's not a lot of material I can really use to cover certain things. Also, I should, please wait a moment. Okay, but also next week, with the Switch 2, go switch to Kangaroo, DHL colors. Now, I will actually, find a photo. I'll have some fun with the photoscapes after this race, so, okay, so yeah, it's a pretty hard one because you have, I don't really like one makes because, but the Switch 2, but given all these titles and no concrete answers on what games the Switch 2 will have, what the resolution will be, the only other thing that we got from this week's Direct was probably the virtual game card concept. Yes, it could still use the physical game cards on Switch 2 as they showed the reveal trailer, but Nintendo also introduced the virtual game card concept, which basically means that if you have a family with Nintendo accounts, you could actually lend and borrow games as if it were a physical game card. However, you have to be in the same family as the with each other, so it's not recommended if you're just training with friends or something. Uh-oh. I'm not sure what happened to the audio bitrate, but this one's kind of, but using the audio bitrate is kind of like, oh wow, we are doing pretty bad here. We're doing very bad. Actually, let's go up. I'm not sure if we should retry our upgrade, but I think let's go upgrade. Do more upgrades and stuff. Let's check the stream health. So, let's see. I'm using... Let me check the actual audio bitrate. Okay, yes, we're using the deprecated... Oh, wow. We're actually using a lower bitrate than what I was supposed to be doing. Because the audio is set at 160 when I'm trying to, like, record in 24-bit ALAC or something. So that means you have to go upgrade the, I'm gonna get rid of the suggestion because, so we're going to go to, we're gonna upgrade it to sporty parts because, yeah, this is not looking good. I need to get Sports Soft, and we're also going to get a Sports Clutch and Flywheel for faster response, Sports Brakes, and maybe even Sports Suspend. Oh. We're actually gonna have to reconfigure the car. But yes, you can do it before you enter the circuit, so... Yeah, Sports Soft, let's check the detail. What happens if we remove the special Sports Flywheel and go back to normal? Yeah, this is negligible, but in terms of performance points, we don't need this. And I think that should be a... Hopefully I do better this time, but yeah, my YouTube's complaining about my audio bitrate because they're trying to get my stereo, Okay, now this feels much better and far more responsive. But the question is, why win in 4 laps? I'm trying to make a delivery here too, so... Did turn off some assists too, so there's that. Or maybe I did. I don't know, honestly. But regardless, the Switch 2 is coming out, and it's just gonna be a mixed bag, honestly, as of now, because we don't know what games are coming out for it, what the second USB port is for, aside from audio or charging, and we also don't know much about the specs either. But I feel like Nintendo is caving into Western trends about, oh, we want better graphics or something. But what good is better graphics if you don't have a clear vision for if you don't have a clear vision for your what is it again? Oh, for which games will justify the upgrade. And then you also have the pricing, which could be affected by recent tariffs. Now, as I outlined before, they could start making the Nintendo Switch 2 in other countries like Vietnam, which, by the way, Western tech press does not want to admit that Vietnam is actually doing very well right now compared to many American cities, especially Washington, D.C. Yeah, I'm losing this. There's absolutely no way I can get in front of 7. We'll see how well we do, but probably are not doing too well because there's this car. I might try drifting, but it requires a handbrake and steering angle, okay? I have to upgrade to semi-racing just to get better performance. I mean, this is a little bit dirty, but we actually don't have a choice. Because you need to have at least 3rd place or better to complete the, I'm not sure why they're driving so fast. And yes, there was, I think the inclusion of certain cars in recent updates is very questionable, to say the least. Like, they had this one Mercedes farming machine that you're supposed to race on, but okay, I'm not doing this mission anymore. Oh wait, crap. I'm not doing this mission. Because however, it makes for a good photo shoot. So we're just gonna use escapes, and we're gonna look for we'll just do cherry blossoms. Then use the all Japan because let's use this background. And let's place a car from the 2000s here. I really want to put a Japanese car from the 2000s. That's not a sporty one, but rather a consumer one. I think this one's perfect. And you could place your driver, but I'm gonna remove the driver. Now I'll be using this as, I won't be using this as my thumbnail, of course, but I will be posting this on my Instagram or YouTube feeds. So we need to find 3 most popular spots. Kabukicho, Miami. I'm actually gonna choose this because not sure why I want to choose this, but we did get a manufacturer. Oh wait, now we have to choose Renault. I'm gonna put in this kangaroo here. This will actually be the thumbnail. But first I gotta, like, I'm skipping one weekly challenge this week, or maybe 2, because I'm kind of hungry, and it's actually very difficult to configure this, so let's go to showcase, and we're going to see our items. We're going to export this to the PlayStation. Now this was taken in 4K resolution, so yeah. And now we have to open up the 3rd challenge. or either that, or we can upgrade the kangaroo, which I really don't want to do the kangaroo car. So I'm just going to use European 550. They recommend 500 no, yeah, 550. So 550. Let me see, which car do I feel like using? Maybe something from the 2000s that's within 5. I think I'll use the M307. And we have 5 laps. Now, in the interest of okay, we have not even plated this car yet. This car is actually pretty powerful, believe it or not. Now, there are some like edgy videos where you have the a certain symbol placed by the YouTube play button because of enforcement of community guideline standards. Maybe I'm too used to playing Tokyo Extreme Racer, honestly. Going back to the other 2 things, TGM4, which is a Tetris game that is the newest Tetris game to come out, will be released on Steam next Friday, April 4th. Also coming out on April 4th is the Minecraft movie. However, it should be noted that that Rotten Tomatoes is an absolute disaster in recent years because, as I stated before, they prefer to give like Marxist-Leninist remakes of classic movies high ratings while giving stuff that actually makes people laugh and stuff not good ratings, it's because those movies critics are absolutely, for lack of a better word, dog shit these days. And it's just sad because everyone should be the very same companies that are like that encouraged creativity in past decades are now enforcing the very same systems that they criticized during World War II. Sad, because it feels like your every move now is being watched, even in democratic countries like the US. It's like the whole world's turning authoritarian, including, and Hong Kong was just the first domino. Okay, that was a pretty, oh, but it's pretty fast, honestly. Like, I went too far without braking. But then I ended up, I saw braking assist on, but it's weakened compared to the previous, Now, of course I'm going to enter the 600, World Touring car, but not the higher end one, because I will be, using a, Tesla Model 3. Now, I did criticize it in the past for being an EV, but with recent, acts of violence against Tesla owners and Tesla dealerships in the US and Canada. Which, by the way, the new Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney, has encouraged state-sponsored violence with his Elbows Up campaign. It's like that I feel really obligated to drive a Tesla Model 3 on stream today, because, I mean, at least in Gran Turismo on stream, because I'm really tired of society, honestly. That's why I had to hold back, because just one wrong move and you could actually get your whole entire life ruined. I did have a sneak peek of it, and it was very insulting, to say the least. Spent 5 minutes on this course. Yeah, no, I think the Minecraft movie is going to be a mixed bag, but regardless of that, there are still things that I'm really concerned about with the direction the movie industry is heading, and now even the game and anime industry. Because now they're trying to chase certain ESG metrics rather than embrace creativity. And it's sad because I remember when gaming felt more unique. I remember when Sony back then was so innovative. They were not afraid to make products that fail in the market. Hence the slogan "Make Believe." Now their new slogan is "Make Money," or "Make Woke," I should say. I miss these late 2000s, early 2010s Sony days because those were probably the high point of Sony's creativity in the gaming industry, in my opinion. Especially because of the fact that the yen was strong, had unprecedented strength at that time due to the financial crisis. But yeah, let me actually, there's nothing in here. Okay, now let's do our final one. 600 or less. We do have a Tesla that's 600 or less. Should be this red one here. And let's check the tires it's using. It's using sports hard, so I'll do sports medium, so as to not like okay, actually we gotta use sports hard if we want to use this car. So now this has 5 laps. This will be the last challenge I'll be doing today, because car can go up to 20 kilometers per hour. Oh, and you should also know that vandalizing or arsoning electric vehicles is actually more harmful for the environment because it's going to release chemicals. Like, what are you thinking if you are one of those people who like burn Tesla cars, thinking that it would save the environment? It's gonna release toxic chemicals. Like, what's with the hypocrisy these days? No, I wasn't going to drive a Tesla on this stream, but because there's so much politically motivated violence against a car manufacturer that we have not even seen in the US at all. Like, there's a post that I could show from Elon Musk or something. Now, he's pretty controversial because there are a lot of people who disagree with him, but that does not give you the right to, like, burn Teslas or something. Personally, I wouldn't drive a Tesla because it's an EV, but I think Toyota is more promising when it comes to, like, car manufacturing. because they make the best-in-class cars everywhere, so... Okay, also the guy in first place has actually made his debut too in Formula 1 or the FIA or something. He made his real-life motorsports debut. And I congratulate him on getting into real motorsports. I think it's because I think he's the second guy who played Gran Turismo aside from that I know of, aside from Jan Marlboro. Of course, if you want to watch like a abridged version of his story, Sony even made an entire biopic called Gran Turismo. Really good movie, I should say, but not without its controversy. Because they had to present the events in order that Hollywood would like, rather than in the order that that it actually happened, which it's kind of dark, so I have to try catch up because we were in the third lap. We haven't made any noticeable gains. Oh wow, we were going a little too fast on that corner here. Yeah, we probably won't be I'll also take a picture of this, what is it? Of this race for this, like, stream, because third and second. Now, I heard a new Supra was actually made by BMW, not by Toyota. Huge missed opportunity, if you ask me. It's almost similar to the recently announced E10 bullet train for Japan, because it was designed in England, not in Japan. Well, I heard JR East wants to like start collaborating with international partners, but in the end, we got something that looked more like European or even a future American rail car interiors rather than a Japanese feeling one. Okay, we're just going to keep on going because we're in fourth lap. I want to take a picture of a Tesla by the ocean, like what you see here. Now there are people who are catching up, so I gotta stay prudent, as possible. Actually, I did get into an accident in the Tokyo Extreme Racer game. And, I got kicked back to the garage once it happened. So I was just thinking about this one game I bought on Steam last week. It was so funny, but I couldn't get past the first level. We spent 8 minutes on this course. Now, I do want to see the interior of this car, which is pretty nice, I guess, but this will probably be the last thing I'll be doing today. To get the best segment, but not the best lap. Because someone further back than me has actually gotten a better lap, and I ran off road. Sorry. Okay, let's continue. Now, there is something I'd like to cover. That's should not be using when you're making announcements. You should not put an important announcement or something, because that'll make you lose subscribers. Speaking from experience, unless it's something really urgent. But if it's not urgent, then don't do it. We're gonna take our picture of the car. Got first, but yeah, got 4 stars today, so 150,000. So we're actually let's go watch it a little bit so we can get a good ocean view. He said my bitrate is lower, but in reality it's... Let's see this car next to the ocean. Yes! Exact... Hold on, let me just open the camera. I love this shot here. But you have to zoom in, so... trying to render this, and let's see how it came out. Actually, I do want to make a high shutter speed, so let's just change it to 1,000, which is what my phone used when I was capturing photos of trains passing by in Japan. By the way, you should check out my Notch Railways channel. Really good stuff on there. Okay, we're done with this. Oh, let's just save this thumbnail because although we didn't do too well, I feel like the view was pretty gray. Now, I'm just going to end the stream soon. Just see what we get on our tickets, and we're also going to export one more picture. How many credits are we going to get? This is probably the worst one. Only 10,000. Got another 150,000, and this one expires soon. Now what's this? Why can't we sell our parts in Gran Turismo? So it's for the O2, and this one is driving marathon. Yeah, that's all the tickets today, and we are going to go showcase and go my items. We have a replay, which we'll export both of these to the PlayStation app. Okay, that's it. That's today's stream. So, yeah. Not too great today, so I'm not sure where I'll see you next. Is it going to be 2 weeks from now? The next Benelux tournament? Or after my trip? Or when TGM4 comes out, so that's it for today's stream.